Back on the Chamber Report, time now for our member profile segment. You'll like this the best. It's the whole reason that we do the show. It's a chance for you to find out who some of the many members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce are. And there is this cool store on 2nd Avenue in downtown Anoka. It is called Three Pesky Penguins, and Amanda Bernier is with us. She is the owner. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's definitely interesting to be here.
I bet it is. You know, for people who have never done this stuff before, and it's one of the benefits that Tony and I talked about. This is an opportunity for you to find out about this store. Maybe you've driven by it, maybe you've seen it, maybe you have not been down to that area, but you're going to find out about the store right now. So Amanda, let's talk Three Pesky Penguins first. I know, but they need to know. Where did that name come from?
Well, my husband and I were big on penguins before we even got married. They were part of our wedding, and then they turned into nursery decor for when our daughters started to be born, and they just has been our niche ever since. It's been interesting because everybody sees my girls coming, and they're either in something with a penguin on it or a penguin hat or something, and they go, "Here comes the penguins!"
Yeah.
And it's definitely a talking point as well. When people come into the shop, they always ask, and so it's been fun to explain.
All right, so let's talk shop. What is the exact address?
I'm located at 1916 2nd Avenue. I am located right next to Two Scoops, behind the Sandberg Education Center.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk products, and obviously we're seeing some here. What are your best-selling products at Three Pesky Penguins?
It's a wash between my clothes and a lot of the books that I've been able to find that bring in that have been very unique. I've been able to bring in books written by local authors, as well as some Minnesota-themed books, and I have books that I range anywhere from toddler board books all the way up to local authors featured for young adult reading. My oldest reading level that I currently have are for the Harry Potter, Chronicles of Narnia reading level.
Sure.
So that's been definitely interesting.
You know, one thing I know, like in the month of October, you had special events all throughout that month for parents and children to come in. Tell them a little bit about what that was.
We did a book called Mischief and Eve that actually is an illustrated children's book regarding how Anoka became the Halloween capital of the world. A very well researched and put together children's book that was written by at the time, local author. And she made sure that we knew the name Harold Blair, because he was the big instigator to turn Anoka into the Halloween capital of the world, went out to Congress and everything. And we, every Monday in October, had a story time where we had some guest readers come in and read the book. It was a fundraiser as well for the author's local food bank. So she had just asked that as I reprinted the book and had the exclusive rights to the book, you could still buy it, it's available. She wanted to give back to her local food bank out in Oregon, where she is now residing.
How wonderful is that? All right, so we know about books and a lot of that stuff, but you have a lot of things at the store, a wider range for that children audience.
I do cater all the way from newborn to young adult. And my clothing sizes goes up to a very generous 10-12. I do sibling sets, which you can see behind me. This is this year's winter sibling set. There's several different types of styles so that if you have a bunch of children, they can all match without wearing the same thing. I think back to pictures from when I was little of my friends. They all had the same dress, mostly because mom made it. And it was a fun for a holiday picture. But now you can coordinate without having to wear the same thing. We have we always have an outfit, a dress, and a romper available. I did not grab the romper in this style, but then they have a full family option where this is actually the dad tie on top of the boy's shirt. There is a mom infinity scarf similar to this, and then of course you got to get the dolls in on it too, so that the little girls can match their dollies. So this is a holiday themed sibling set. They don't have these a lot that I make available, but when they do, it is designed for the whole family to be involved.
You know, and I'm looking at this Curious Engineer kit. I mean, you have a wide variety of products.
Yes, we just decided to start bringing in some toys and other things for the older children. and the young adults. Since we have reading books available, this one is actually a grabber bot that is a great Christmas idea. They are Montessori type STEM toys, very reasonably priced. And I think my husband is currently at the shop putting one together as we're taping this, because he's a kid himself. So this is one of the toys that we have. And then we have other toys that are based from, this is a penguin, of course, and it is good for practicing all your buckles, which is great for the fine motor skills. This puzzle is another one of our new products that we're bringing in. It is an A to Z puzzle, space themed, which is great for the boys. I know a lot of the moms that come in, they say, oh, there's so much for the girls. And yes, there is a lot for the girls, but when I do find a good boy product, it is always a victory for me. So this is an A to Z puzzle, but it's also designed that the puzzle tray sits on its end, and the pieces are thick enough that they're good for play, as well as going from your alphabet. So that's another really fun opportunity for the boys and stocking stuffers or Christmas presents.
You bet. So why do you think that parents are encouraged to stop into your store?
One of the big things that was huge for me when I set up the shop was to make sure that it was a kid-friendly place. We definitely have stroller space that people can walk around. The kids can do laps around the entire store, especially if they've been next door having ice cream, which is often the case. The entire store is child-proof. There's nothing breakable. There's nothing they can break. There's nothing they can get into. I know as I've shopped downtown, and I love the other retailers, I would never bring my kids in there because I just would feel bad if they were disrespectful to the space.
Yeah.
And so when everybody brings in their children to my shop, they know that everything is safe and they can just let their kids be kids.
And I know that you've got a pile of books so the kids can look at those while the parents are doing some shopping
Absolutely.
as well. I mean, you're thinking this stuff through, Amanda. I mean, number one, being a parent, you get it.
Yep.
With Three Pesky Penguins. And so it really is an opportunity for a parent to be able to, number one, find some great stuff, but number two, the kids got something to do.
Yep.
And you, especially if they have to be with you, but then they can go out and do some shopping.
Indeed. And that was one of the greatest things that has been a comment over the last year since I opened. Being the only person that works there about 95% of the time, I get a lot of the feedback from the parents on what they're looking for, what they appreciate about the shop, what they would like to see more of, the fact that they can just let their kids be kids. It's been a huge, I feel, need for downtown that has been able to be filled, and I'm glad that I'm the one that was able to fill it.
No doubt. So you're not the only toy store, kids store in the entire state of Minnesota. We're lucky enough that you are here in downtown Anoka. What do you think sets you apart from all those other stores that are out there?
I think it's the fact that I am just currently so small that I am able to bring to the table what our people are looking for. We don't do anything battery powered as far as the toys. If they're going to make noise with it, it's going to be of their own free will, like the things with mallets and stuff like that. And just listening to the parents is more fulfilling, I think, than just being a big box store. The shop is not an overwhelming place to be, where I have seen other establishments not being the most kid-friendly, even though they are designed with kids in mind.
Sure. All right, obviously a wide variety here. Hey, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's the holidays. I also said you want to get some unique stuff. Well, we're looking at it right here. Now, you also host experiences. Tell everybody about that.
The biggest thing that we're looking forward to is, over the next bit, is having a monthly opportunity for parents to come in and just have a story time. Sales will not even be allowed, because we want to make sure that the kids are having an experience with their parents. Most of the story times that are available nowadays are during school hours, only for the kids that are at home, or the parents are all working and stuff. And so we do after hours story time. And we'll be doing a themed book each month, potentially twice a month, depending on the need, just based on space availability and stuff. And that's, we also will be having a visitor from the North Pole will be visiting the shop for free Santa pictures. That'll be December 2nd, but that is also part of the Toys for Joy event. So we're definitely encouraging people to give for the Toys for Joy. We are a drop site, and once our North Pole visitor is done at our shop with the pictures, and he's going to go over and be part of the Santa Shack at the Toys for Joy tree lighting.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so holidays, unique, cool store. You got to stop in. It's Three Pesky Penguins. Amanda, tell them again the address.
1916 2nd Avenue, right next to Two Scoops.
And when are you open?
I am open Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Saturday, I'm open 10 to 5. Sunday, I'm noon to 4. But between now and the end of the year, we will have extended holiday hours where we'll be open till 7 o'clock on the weekdays.
Excellent. And if somebody wants to call or check out your website, those two spots are?
You can check out my website at www.threepeskypenguins.com. If you have any questions, you can call my business line, 763-334-3060.
She is Amanda Bernier. She is the owner of Three Pesky Penguins. You got to check it out. It is a unique store, to say the least. And when you're looking at holidays and unique, boy, you're going to find it there. And I think I'm talking right now to the grandparents. I mean, this stuff is great stuff. So check them out, Three Pesky Penguins. All right, we're taking a break, and when we do, we're doing some flyovers. We're going to do it right after this.